Pleased to be joined now by Falcons owner Arthur Blank from the annual league meeting in Orlando. And Mr. Blank, thank you for joining us. To get you started, feel free to tip us off on what you might do with that 8th overall pick.
Feel free to.
Yeah, fire away.
I feel free to, but yeah, but I would lose my job as the owner if I did that. But we hope this is the 3rd year in a row we have the 8th pick in the draft. We certainly hope that this will be the last year we'll have the 8th pick in the draft, and hopefully down much further in the draft order in years to come.
You know, I just detailed what a busy offseason it's been for you and your team. You have the new head coach, you've got the new quarterback, and as we sit a month from that draft, how would you assess where your team is right now?
Well, I love what we've done during free agency. Obviously, I think we made it clear postseason that, you know, our quarterback play had not been what it needed to be a truly competitive team. And we think the addition of Kirk Cousins, who was an outstanding free agent and has had, you know, a great 12 years in the NFL, 6 for the Commanders and 6 for the Vikings, was playing some of his best ball, was available. And so we pursued him. And then we also wrapped up our receiver room. We were down to one guy in our receiver room, Drake London, who was a great player, but can't play the position by himself. So we've added definitely some capable talent in that area.
You said you were thrilled with the choice of your quarterback with Kirk Cousins. He was playing at an MVP-type level prior to the injury. And Mr. Blank, I am curious about that because he had the Achilles, and when evaluating the injury, what gave you and your staff confidence he'd be healthy and worth investing in?
Yeah, well, the injury is obviously a very serious one. It's the most serious injury he's had in his career. He's had some, you know, other ailments here and there, but nothing really significant. But you know, torn Achilles tendon is a serious injury. He had clean surgery. Recovery's gone well. He's exactly where he should be based on what the surgeons say and what our independent doctor evaluations say. So you know, we feel good about the investment we've made and feel good about the player, both tangibles and intangibles. I was very impressed with him during his opening press conference. My conversations with him, he's mature, he's hardworking, he's balanced, he's thoughtful, a leader. He probably has called, I would guess, virtually every player on our roster. He's developed nice relationships with them. And I'm excited to see what he can do on the field for us.
From a good suit to Tim Hasselbeck, who is back with us. Hey, Timmy, what are your expectations for Kirk Cousins?
Look, I think Kirk's going to play really well, Matt. Look, he's been a really good player. I mean, he's thrown for nearly 40,000 yards in this league. He's got over 270 touchdown passes thrown. Like, I don't know if people really understand how productive of a player Kirk Cousins has been, and he's been productive in this offense that basically was in Washington, that made its way to the Rams, and now is going to be a version of it in Atlanta with Zach Robinson as the new offensive coordinator. And so you think about Kirk Cousins in an offense that he's extremely familiar with Kyle Pitts and Drake London and Bijan Robinson. I think like the expectation should be that Kirk Cousins, even coming off that Achilles injury, is that he's thrown for well over 4,000 yards. He's thrown around 30 touchdowns, and he's not turning the football over. I mean, I think that should be the expectation in Atlanta with Kirk Cousins being there. And I think everything that Arthur Blank just talked to you about in terms of the leadership, I think they're expecting that also.
Look, he's surrounded by talent. There's no question about it. But can he get healthy and back into that MVP form we saw before he went down? That'll be the question we all watched. Tim Hasselbeck with us this afternoon. Tim, thank you.